Well, we've learned some new information about Dollywood 2019. We know it's going to be their largest expansion ever, and now we have an idea of what that might include. We know that there'll be 8 new attractions, an entirely new area. The new entrance will be by Mystery Mine, right before you hit Dropline. The new land will be about 5 acres, include a swinging ship and a roller coaster which supposedly will be enclosed. We learned all this information out of an article that was released by a local news station that also released a video showing some concept art and plans for the new additions. Now before I show you this, I want to emphasize I do not own these images, nor did I find or leak them. This news station is responsible for that. You can see the video for yourself by clicking the link in the description. I had nothing to do with leaking this information, I'm just here to talk about it. Just wanted to make that clear. So now let's dive into this. First of all, we have a site overview of this new land. I've taken the liberty to apply it over Google Earth so you can see exactly where it is. You can see it's squeezed right in around behind Thunderhead. Like I mentioned, the entrance is in between Mystery Mine and Dropline. There used to be a hill there, and when I was there in December, you could see where they started to level it. From what I've heard now, it is completely flat. So they basically tore down a massive hill to build this new area. So it focuses around one main pathway. Supposedly there's going to be new restrooms, a restaurant. You can see that circular pad in the middle. Looks like that's where a Viking ship is going to be. I also heard that they might be doing some snappers, aka Larson Flying Scooters, which if that's the case, those will be great additions to Dollywood. Now there is this building over here, which I've been trying to figure out what that is. I'm thinking it's probably going to be some sort of indoor play structure. Think something along the lines of that big open area known as Fireman's Landing, where you have all those play areas for the kids. If I had to take a guess, that's probably what it's going to be. Then it looks like we have this roller coaster over here. I'm sure you are thinking, first of all, wow, that's not a very big roller coaster. That's correct. This looks to be a family coaster. Now, originally, that's kind of a turnoff where you're like, oh, come on, they're not getting a good ride? No, I think they are. After talking to some people online, we have determined that it looks like it is a clone of Orkanen. I hope I pronounced that right. This is a Vekoma suspended family coaster at Farup Summerland in Denmark. Again, I hope I pronounced that right. I probably didn't. Now you probably think Vekoma suspended coaster. Oh man, it's like Flying Ace Aerial Chase, those Vekoma hanging bangs. No, this thing looks great. I don't have a POV to show you, but if you go and look one up, there's plenty available on YouTube. This ride looks cool. It is fast paced. It's like one heck of a family coaster. And if they're going to enclose it, you could add so much special effects in there. It could be awesome. This could be a really cool addition. And they don't have it an inverted coaster. I was always thinking that they'd go with like a B&M invert, not a family invert. But hey, I'm not complaining. This looks like a really cool family coaster. Max speed of 46 miles per hour, height of 63 feet. G-force of 3.5. Like, guys, this is going to be a pretty cool family coaster. It's almost like borderline not a family coaster. So if you liked Freedom Flyer at Fun Spot, take Freedom Flyer, but make it really fast. One thing that Freedom Flyer doesn't do too well is its pacing is kind of slow. This ride solves that problem. It's got a very tight layout. Now, if you notice in this big overview, it's a pretty decent sized expansion, but it is not as large as the clearing. You can see all this footage I shot of this clearing. It goes all the way back to the train tracks, as you can see here. This area does not take up all the space. You know what that means? It means they're leaving room for expansion. So for those of you saying, well, I was hoping that they'd get a new roller coaster with it, they are getting a new roller coaster, but if you want that new thrill coaster, patience, they're gonna get it. But it won't be in 2019. Keep in mind, you just got a 200-foot RMC and a kiddie coaster. Now you're getting a pretty cool family coaster, if you even call it that. So I think this is going to be really cool. I think it's exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting a new area of the park with lots of various type attractions, because you have the county fair area, which is very family oriented. This will be in the exact opposite side of the park. So it's going to make up for the lack of family attractions in that area and give you some. It's going to balance out the park, and you're getting some neat rides with it too. I don't know what type of theme we're looking at. There isn't really any clue to that anywhere on these plans. If I had to take a guess, it'll probably be a generic southern theme like Timber Canyon is. But as you can see right now, it is a dead end. I suspect it'll probably stay a dead end even after they expand it a bit. I don't know how they could loop it back around. But it's cool just seeing where they're doing all that clearing. You can physically see where they can fit a larger roller coaster within this area that they're building. So it's going to be really cool to see the progress of this. Supposedly Dollywood will be making an official announcement in summer of 2018. I'll be at the park a couple times this year, so I'll be sure to check out the progress on this area and shoot some footage for you guys. It's gonna be really cool to see. Overall, when I saw these plans, I was a little disappointed at first, but the more I think about it, the more I like it. I think what they're doing is gonna be pretty cool. I'm on board with it. I love seeing the park expand, and this is going to be the largest expansion ever in terms of land, not necessarily in terms of dollars spent. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about Dollywood's 2019 plans? What type of theme would you like to see? Are there certain rides you'd like to see included? What do you think of the rides that we know they'll be getting? You can post all those thoughts in the comment section below, and of course stay tuned for more, coming soon to Coaster Studios.